by the time my wife got there, our settlement conference had ended. And they had already expressed to me, well, you're not welcome here, whatever. And at that point, I guess my wife had made the determination it's not even worth us sitting down to talk, because they did not come to the negotiating table, the settlement table, in good faith. They came with a couple of dollars in their pocket, and I guess they thought we were for sale. You follow me? Mm-hmm. And I said, for the hardships that my family suffered, I mean, again, for me, I love the railroad. I love that job. And yes, I was proud. I was told by one of those supervisors, my problem is that I'm too proud. But I recall...
So where do you guys go from here? Where do you go from here?
Well, I want to get back to your question, because you're concerned about the constructive discharge or the resigning. So in Hester, there was one, possibly two, of the employees that did actually resign their position there was one that was terminated, but there was one also that resigned. He was asking if anyone resigned their position voluntarily.
Yeah,
I have to look at that case again. But all that to say that there's been many other cases where people have resigned their position and still been found to have been discriminated and retaliated against, because it's called specifically creating a hostile environment to where you can no longer abide by what's being done to you. And then someone would ask you, if I had stayed and been killed by the train or been battered by someone there after the circumstances that had happened with the supervisor, with him bringing in his pit bull and threatening me, then they would have said, well, if you felt so threatened, why did you stay? Then the onus would be on me again. So either way, you people typically want to blame the victim for these things. But the thing is, if you reach out to your company and you reach out through the policies that they have in place, then there is no justice. What is the need for having Title VII, that was created during civil rights to protect people like me? That are and it's a man's world for sure. In transit, it is for sure a man's world. But I did everything by the book. I knew my stuff. And so I did what was right. So now you have to do what's right. If you have a policy that helps protect me in doing my job, then that's what you have to do. And if you don't want to do that, then you have to suffer the consequences. Then that's why we're in litigation, and that's why we're trying to have the Supreme Court settle this question for me.
No, I know that you guys have set up a GoFundMe account, and there are the people that are out there listening and may want to, help with your plight. Can you give all that information?
That would be awesome. So the address for that is www.gofundme, that's GOFUNDME.com/LB, that's ELLE, my nickname, B as in boy or Barnett. So, and what you'll see is a picture of the Supreme Court with my face on it. So yeah, anything you could do, and
And that's GoFundMe for both of you, or just?
No, it's just for her case.
That's just for her case.
Yes.
And what about yours?
Oh, my case, I'm still proceeding in the district court, in forma pauperis, as a pro se litigant. So I represent myself in this matter, and my case has been in seemingly a holding pattern since 2011. And New Jersey Transit has delayed the process. I should note that they're on their fourth Deputy Attorney General in this matter. It's almost like tap out. Like, all right, you wear them down, and now, all right, now you take over. And, okay, you wear them down, now you take over. And so where we've had changes of counsel for defendants and even changes of...
There are no time limits for these cases? They're going to go as long as possible? Well, doesn't these things expire after some time?
No. What happens is as long as the case is somehow moving, something's going on. If I was not prosecuting the case would be dismissed under what they call latches for failure to prosecute. But it's just that it's moving at a snail's pace, and unfortunately...
It's 8 years in 2015.
Yes. Well,
that's a long time, man.
When we were in mediation way back in 2009, because we agreed to pre-litigation mediation in order to resolve this, we were told by the mediators, this is going to take years and years and years. And so that's a discouraging thing in itself, because
9 to 10 years.
That's what they had told us.
Justice may not be swift in that way, but my belief is that justice is sure. It's not swift, but it's sure. And justice seeks out its own justice, and it seeks out the truth. And
So, in closing, do you guys think that you guys are going to come out victorious in these two cases?
yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
We've never had a doubt.
I've never doubted it.
You never doubted it.
No.
They've listened to the power of positive thinking.
What was that?
They've read the power of positive thinking.
No, we just.
Oh, yo,
we
they
just-
read the book,
we-
The Power of Positive Thinking
you
by
know.
Norman Vincent Peale. I was telling my co-host about The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale.
Play that song.
What is that called?
Something inside so strong.
Is that to help their case? That's what it is?
It's just, I'm inspired by that. So.
What does that have to do with the case?
Well, you just put it on.
Something so strong?
Something inside
Well, I mean, we actually wish you something inside.
so strong.
Something so strong. We wish you all the best. And
Thank you.
Thank you
I
so
know
much.
it's been quite some time and it's been a struggle. But, as my co-host said, if you guys need to get the book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, and as you continue along the way, maybe that will keep you inspired to continue to fight the good fight.
Oh, we've been inspired, and we continue to be inspired because I don't know that I read that book in particular, but I definitely read a lot of books on, knowing who you are and creating your own reality and saying the words and doing the actions every day that take you to your goal. And, I've done that my whole life. Before transit, I was a flight attendant. I've always had a good job. I've always done well in my work. I've always been inspired. I've always tried to inspire other people. And no matter what happens through this, we know we've done the right thing. And we're hoping that we help inspire other people that might have to go through the same thing.
By the way, Margie, she said she got some Trini roots in her.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she said.
She got that's why she's fighting to the end, man. Ain't no stopping us now.
I always say I'm propelled by my family's honor.
Mhm.
I look at my children, and my children know that we were locomotive engineers, and I would bring them sometime to Maplewood, and they would see Mommy's train. There's Mommy's train going, and I was always so proud of her because I could see that massive amount of machinery. She was moving it, and there were people who trusted that engineer in that seat knew what she was doing because they trusted her with their lives by just boarding that train. They never hesitated, and I was always proud. I was like, wow, she's doing it.
You know what? When I ride in the train, man, I was always kind of worried. The guy that step on that brake coming in that train says, "Yo, the screen coming in. What's that about?" Then you
Sometimes you have some engineers, we call it charging the station, because we do have their scheduled trains at New Jersey Transit, and they have to maintain a schedule. And so sometimes people may be running behind. Say there was a handicap accessible or a needs person at a previous station that may have taken longer. You'll have engineers, what we call charge the station, and they come in there and they say, "You're coming in hot," and they go ahead and they hit them brakes, but you trust that engineer, and in all cases as an attribute to all engineers, out there in that craft, in this craft, when they're in that seat, and all of that power is at their control, they do it with pride, they do it with honor. It's something about it. You hear that song from Amtrak, it's something about a train. I used to draw inspiration just seeing the kid standing on the platform watching me come in, and he's waving, and I see the dad waving. And I remember me when I was a child. When I was a child, I grew up in Orange on Perot Street. And I used to walk up to those very same tracks. The railroad was the area Lackawanna at the time. And I would watch those trains, and I was always awed by the train. It's awesome. And so engineers are awesome.
Well, now let's listen to this song here, "Something Inside So Strong." Margie, my co-host, is making this request here. I mean, I've never heard this song before, but let's see if
the taller I become, the farther you take my rights away, the faster I will run. You can deny me, you can decide to turn your face away. No matter, 'cause there's something inside so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. The more you refuse to hear my voice, the louder I will sing. You hide behind walls of Jericho, our lies will come tumbling. Deny my place and time, you squander wealth that's mine. My light will shine so brightly it will blind you, 'cause there's something inside so strong, so strong. I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. You thought that my pride was gone. Oh no, there's something inside so strong. Oh, something inside so strong. Brothers and sisters, when they insist we're just not good enough, but we know better, just look them in the eyes and say, we're gonna do it anyway, gonna do it anyway. Something inside so strong, and I know that I can make it, though you're doing me wrong, so wrong. All that my pride was, oh no, there's something inside so strong, oh, something inside so strong.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A special dedication, something inside so strong.
Thank you.
Margie, I got to give you credit. That was pretty good.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, normally, them kind of songs you give, it's not.
You say, I got to give you credit. I mean, you tell me you have to give me credit every day, and that's, I don't. You always say it like it's a surprise.
I got it. No, you because normally, you don't really
Listen. Don't get me started. Listen to the show and the music that Anselm puts on. Okay, so
the music I put on,
yeah,
some excellent music.
okay.
Well, we're just gonna give Margie a round of applause. But also, we wanna really thank you all for coming in.
Thank you for
And
having
we know
us.
you guys live here in Maplewood. We know you guys here are Maplewoodians. And we really wish you guys all the best, and maybe in another 3 months ago, 3 months or so, you can come back and kind of give us an update and tell us that, you guys won the case, and things are going wonderful, and New Jersey Transit wants you to come back, and be a local.
You'll see us on the train.
And you see us on the train, and I'll come down to the train and I'll wave at you, and all that good stuff, But any closing words?
No, I'd just like to say thank you to all the listeners out there, and I'd like to thank my gracious host for having us here and taking the time out to hear our plight. And it's just, like I said, the encouragement and all that people may be able to do, and even for the people that cannot do but have thoughts and prayers that go to assist us, we're grateful for it. Thank you.
Very grateful.
Sure.
Ditto to all that, and thank you in advance. And we have some great friends that have already, our fund is at $1,100. We're still looking for approximately 5. It's a total of